Hi. So it is a late evening garden tour kind of day. So let's get into it. So I am out here working on a little garden tour for you. I am at the house. Here are some tomatoes that are coming along. I think over here I mostly have different kinds of cherry tomatoes. I've got some pink bumblebee, Brad's Atomic, Rise and Trobe. I don't even remember what. It's on the side of the things, but I'm trying to get this done pretty quickly. They're looking fairly healthy. The ones that don't look so healthy are recovering from what they looked like when they were planted. Oops. Sorry. There we go. You'll see right here, Brad's Atomic has several flowers. Ooh. And then I moved some over here. Come on. We've got some flowers on these. Brad's grapes are doing great when they really were kind of crappy seedlings. So I don't know what's going on. Pink bumblebees are doing really good too. Here we have some peppers. A lot of them have flowers. Alexis and I snapped a shishito pepper off and ate it raw the other night. It was okay. I think I'd like it better cooked. I've got a good sized Marconi pepper coming on. And it looks like my purple cayennes really want to do something. So there's that. I don't know what's that back there. Oh, that's just a red bell pepper. Go figure. That's a little cow that my mom got my husband for Christmas. So there's that. Then here I have a few more. These are larger tomatoes that will end up on a trellis that goes up to the top of the carport. But they're doing good. Some money makers, Paul Robeson, Tommy Toes, Geranium Kiss. What else? That's pretty much it. These are some that I do not even remotely remember what they were, but I was going to put them in the ground, and I did. And some of them seem to be making good flowers, so that's all I can ask for, I guess, this time of year, right? I meant to come out here earlier than I did because I wanted to spoon my tomatoes. Not tomatoes, what are these things? Onions. I don't know if I'm too late. I don't know. I think they're going to be like golf ball sized, if I'm lucky. There's a few that are decent sized, though. These intermediate days are close to being ready to come up, though. So we'll see how they go. So I've done some filming out here over the last day or so. Last few days, whatever. But I don't think I posted it. So here we go again while I'm out here to check on things. After our 0.04 inches of rain yesterday. I've been getting some potato bugs. As you can see, I have gotten rid of most of the buckwheat, most of the amaranth, except over there, and what's so big over there, my mustards. Let me work my way over there. Okay, first, this lovely white powder on my potatoes are diatomaceous earth put on there because of my little beetles. Was so happy. They were so cute. I said, oh, look, I've got little ladybugs all over my potatoes. No. They were potato beetles, Colorado potato beetles. Thank you. Here's one that they really kind of ate up. But they didn't do too bad. They mostly ate the flowers off and then laid eggs. And then the DE killed the eggs. So, you know, there you go. My earth is cracking up. I think there's actually stuff underneath there. But look, I have a flower too. I have calendula that has finally decided to bloom. It's so happy. This is my one and only marigold to actually come up and bloom. These are my zinnias that were planted but didn't come up until fairly recently, and now I've got one. Looks like it's close to blooming, and it looks like it's going to be the giant purple, so we'll see. I do still have some buckwheat. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I left a little buckwheat because I couldn't leave the bees totally unhappy, and the little wasps. I guess they're little parasitic wasps. I don't know, but they're precious. They're cute little things. This is my paste tomato row. That's doing pretty good. The plants have survived the lack of watering much better than I thought they would. There are flowers on some. There are tiny tomatoes on some. So we'll see what ends up happening. There we are. Okay. I'm not a very good filmer, am I? Oh, and here's my mystery thing that everything keeps telling me. It goes back and forth between being a tomatillo or a ground cherry. I haven't weeded out from inside of it yet, so I don't know. I need to do that, but I guess we'll see what's going on. I've been too busy trying to get the bigger stuff out to start using it as a mulch, but yeah, that's the tomatoes. And here, whoop, come on, there you go. Here I have zucchini that are actually growing, and I realized that some of those spots are not just a zucchini, it is like 2 zucchini that I forgot to what is that? Thin. I did not thin them, so we'll see what they do, growing right up on top of each other. There are no flowers yet, but hey, I've got greens growing. This is the extent of my green beans that came up, and I planted quite a few. That's a provider bush beans. We'll see what happens with other things. Oh, look, I have another zinnia. Yay, that makes me happy. And here's my okra, starting to come up, also not thinned, and I don't feel like thinning it. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's good space, so I would think that if they wanted to grow on their own, they could make their own root systems separate from each other. There's a big gob of weeds that I need to get out, but hey. But yeah, there's some more zinnias over here, and they seem to be wanting to do something. So here I have all my pulled out buckwheat. It is piles and piles. You see the lack of water in that pink bowl? Yeah, that's the water. That's the rain we got. I need to pull all this amaranth. I need to pull all that. Oh, but speaking of that, wait, first, yes, I have a fairly decent sized tomato there. I want to say that that's a San Marzano Lungo number 2, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. But we'll see. This is borage, by this Johnson grass, Sudan grass. I don't know what it is. This is more borage. This is some weeds from the other afternoon. Look at my little alien borages. Aren't they pretty? So nice. So nice. And some more coming up in various places. This row right here, is also tomatoes that are doing fairly well. And let's check and see. See, I didn't have them all tied up. I have some of them tied up, but not a lot of them. There's a yippy dog. It's driving me crazy. I'm sorry. I'm looking here too. Here's a couple tomatoes that looked like they were starting to come on the other day. Yesterday? Day before yesterday. And apparently are coming on. Oh, there's two more uneven underneath that. I have no idea which one that is. These are my little peppers that I planted over here. They're doing okay. Yeah, they're doing all right. They're tiny. They don't know if they want to grow or not. I can't blame them. Here's more stuff. But look at these mustards. Can you believe this? Let me pull back some because, wow. I think that should do it. Look at that. These flowers, there's some flowers on this one that are like up to my neck. These things are beautiful. And I've pulled a few too. I think I've decided that I want to put this fall, I want to put cabbages and mustards and buckwheat in my flower beds at the house because they're all so beautiful. Okay, here's some wild thistle that came on up that is running its course. This is some chard that I planted over here. That took over a month and a half to come up. Yeah. Some of it's rather big. It's very pretty also. I did plant some type of winter squash here that I don't see doing anything. Unless that's the squash coming up next to the chard. It might be, huh? I don't know. I don't remember what I planted. But I'm also noticing that this particular amaranth is actually trying to bloom, which none of it has, except for that evil amaranth, which I know I did not plant. I know is a weed. It is spiny amaranth, and it hurts like a mofo when you try to go pick it up. Yeah, hurts a lot. I'm going to have to bring heavy-duty gloves to get that. Actually, I'm going to use one of those, what are they? The little weedy stick things that are forked at the end. I'm going to use those to pull them up and then toss them into a box and then throw them in the garbage because I do not want to deal with those thorns for the rest of my life in a compost. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I think that may be. What do you think? Do you think that's squash? I'll show you my problem with identifying squash in a little bit. See, there's the chard. I know that's a chard. Let's see. Here is this weed that I do not remember the name of, but it looks so pretty just sitting here on the corner. It's just really nice. My kale all of a sudden decided that it wanted to be pretty. So it's all nice and big. Not all of it came up, but you know, some of it did. I have cilantro growing right here. How did it get here? I don't know. I think I planted some, but I don't think it was over here. And there's some there. There's some in many places. So yeah, and I've got amaranth coming up over here too because, hey, you need some amaranth. I need some amaranth. You get amaranth. Everybody gets amaranth. And kale. And then there's another cilantro. Where is it? Somewhere over here. Oh. Over here I've got this. That looks like a squash. I think I planted trombosino over here. So I guess we'll see. And here I have some sweet potatoes that haven't died, but aren't thriving either. I think they just want water. They're not getting much. And that amaranth right there came up practically overnight. It was only a couple inches tall, like 4 or 5 days ago. It gets weedy really fast. See, that's what happens when I dump water over here trying to save the sweet potatoes. A couple of them that I've planted have kind of kicked the bucket. Oh, here's one of those big, huge, spiny amaranths. Isn't it beautiful? Ugh, it's ugly too. I mean, really. Anyway, there's one that's growing. There's one that's dead. We'll see what happens. I do still have some more slips to put out, so we'll see if those grow or do anything. Don't know. Now, here's a question for you. Right after I planted the potatoes, and that was like the first week of May, maybe, I also planted broccoli. I planted green Waltham 29 broccoli over here on this side. And then over that direction, I planted purple sprouting broccoli. It didn't come up. Except for that one I showed on one video that was just like the little, still the seed leaves, the cotyledon seeds, leaves, whatever, you know what I meant. Yeah. So, since that didn't come up, none of it came up, I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and plant some Table King bush acorn squash over here instead. So I did that. And then these leaves started coming up, and I was like, everywhere I planted squash, it came up. So I'm like, yay, I've got Table King squash. This is not squash. I think this is Waltham 29 broccoli. Look at this. Look at all my mulch on these are my Kennebec whites that I did not put DE on, and still do not have potato bugs. Oh, I'm so happy. But I do have a surprise on one of them. But I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, look. And there's a couple more that I'm not seeing at the moment. I think because I tossed all that foliage down as mulch. Yeah, what do you think? Squash or broccoli? And then here, there's the DE. Look at that. That looks like a tomato, but it is not. It is potato seeds. Potato. Not supposed to grow seeds, are they? I don't know. Okay, say hi to the last buckwheat for the season. And then one last little swoop around. This is what remains of the miniature blue popcorn that I planted. Out of 2 different types of popcorn. Yeah, okay. I planted miniature blue popcorn and pink strawberry popcorn. The pink strawberry, none of it germinated. This blue wasn't, and then it did. And the only reason I know that it's that and not the GMO corn or the Sudan sorghum grass that has come up is because I know I planted it in little rows right here. So we'll see. And then also, these are my only other beans that have come up, which were some black turtle beans. I planted way more than this. In fact, yeah, I planted way more than this. This is all that came up, but that's okay. So here's my not so quick garden tour. Thank you for sticking with me. I had a rabbit just now scare the heck out of me. It was hiding. Yeah. As you can tell, it is getting dark. Let me give you a little turn around here. So you can see Doug's fields without the wheat. There they are. And a pretty sunset, if you can see it. I know it doesn't come on camera very often, very well, but that's what we have. So thank you for hanging out, and we'll see what happens next week, I guess.